It works on people, I believe, but not on PlayStation. But unfortunately, I cannot do that. So on Discord works. And there's a lot of people I know who will just join. So tell me down comment down below y'all's Discord. So guys, we go back to Smuckles here, guys. Smuckles. So right now, Pennywise is mostly out of league now. Who's next? Jason. So we have like Jason Voorhees and Slenderman. Those two competitors we have right now. You know what? Let me put this cord in, yo. Good guy, guys. Got it correctly. Yep, got the singing those. Okay, it is good to go. Wow, that's just crazy there. So we take this out group type thing. That'd be an image. You know what? Actually, I'm about to take this in Discord because I'm gonna put this in Discord. Because our group really need to see this at all. Playing. Guys, sorry. Yeah, I think it works better. Yep, this is what works. Try this thing. Okay, guys, this works. My bad for the inconvenience type of thing. So since I can have no longer. Yeah. That really makes a loud noise. Not even some, it just makes it louder, though. So sorry for that noise, guys. So I have no idea which one of my plugs are here. So let's move on to a thing since we can use this.
My dad handed me a stack of black.
Okay, it works. Okay, guys. One more time. So, guys. So, guys, that'll be like a mystery type of thing. So, yes. We'll go back on Smuckles. Mark, where we at? Smuckles has some 2 more videos he has. So, he taught 10 University teases first. And, now Info and Alice is really about it. Cause which one's the real one? Jason Voorhees guys or Slender Man? Mm-mm. Cause that's not even true. But talk about King here. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. But mhm. Mhm. Yep, I heard it. Mm. Mhm. Ooh. Mhm. 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 Yo, we like what's something? Oh, something. Okay, let's see like let's get back to the video. So we've all seen like Slender concept here. Slender.
I just asked for a graphic overall too, and this is a glimpse. What do you guys think? Should I legitimately like give this 51 minutes?
Yo, look.
Nothing happens. Like
10th anniversary teaser solved. Slenderman
see
coming.
Ross looking for Voorhees. Obviously, these are got leaked early. I think.
Always
I
watches.
mean, we'll see.
No
If it's in
eyes.
Japan, I wouldn't say it's early.
Don't look.
You motherfucker, dude. Can we not? I swear. Come on, man. This is too much. Let's see. Midnight. Don't tweet anything.
Yep, you guys seen that right there.
At least fix the audio.
So we're about to watch the Slenderman chapter right here.
It's not even like.
We don't feel bad for me and streamers here.
This feels like a teaser. They should.
Guys, we don't feel be bad like other streamers than I did. Like we were like we watched like over like a night ago. Like
I think.
oh, I was like getting tired and stuff. So I'm gonna try to like, stay up and just enjoy a video and just like keep watching, dude, and just that's it. So yeah, I'll keep watching, guys, of this video type thing, and more evidences here. So we're doing Slenderman chaps because some much people said Slenderman, so we'll put this right here.
Here, I'll tell you what. How many people are here? There's 14 concurrent viewers. Okay. Well, it looks like Jason's not bad. We're gonna end the poll. I'm gonna make a new poll. 216 votes. That's a lot.
Slender man.
Okay. I'm gonna do a poll. Okay. Do I end the stream at 11 p.m. PST or midnight? 11. Well, I'll let this run for a couple minutes, and we'll see how this goes. Really? Not a single person so far has voted for 11. You guys don't want me to sleep? It's 3 a.m. Eastern time zone release. That's the vibe I'm getting. They're just lagging so long. The killer better walk back at this point. I'm guessing it's endurance. Right. Okay, one vote for 11. I appreciate the one person. Here, I'll let this go until 10:50, and whatever is highest ever at that point. I guess that's what we do. We'll blind you. Chat back. Chat's how you stay for 11. Picking up. Like I said, I'm giving this until 50. My turn. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
What? What, furry? What? Just for expectations. I don't believe you. Dog. Okay, you have fun. Alright, that's the poll. It looks like I'm going until midnight. Alright. We're going for another hour and 10 minutes then. I really hope that dog is okay. I hope nothing bad happened to that dog.
Mm.
So that dog was so close to us. Dog has with the dog. I mean, I don't know if it died. I hope it didn't die. It was just crying and as it went away. Ah, brother. There's my C920. It's now appearing. Hey, there we go. So we can close that. Then let's see. Can I fix this to actually work now? So there could be tracking. Hey, tracking is back. Fuck, gotta turn on my lights then. There we go. VTubers no longer bored. Some leaving because I found a kitten. Okay, cats. Enjoy your kitten. I'm saying it's not like something did. Just looking at him honestly.
I feel so lucky to have a partner like Mac. He keeps the house pristine. Even when he's playing his favorite game, Royal Kingdom, he still finds time to show how much he cares.
It's a luncher ball.
So useful. He painted this lovely portrait of me. It kind of looks like this other one from King Richard. It's kind of weird, but I don't really think much of it because he's just so quiet around the house. Oh, he wrote me a love letter recently. Our love is like Royal Kingdom, always expanding. Oh, that's my Mac. Hey, Holmes, find me a 3-bedroom home in Atlanta, near a Whole Foods. Show me the kitchens. Ready to see what you will find with Holmes AI?
I like how like an hour after I finally fixed my thing. Sorry, are you actually going, cats? Did you actually find a kitten? It's a Chris Chow. Just only kills bad teeth. Chris Chow. Okay. I couldn't remember if he injured any animals or not. to stream Friday the 13th Part 2. Counselor's dog named Muffin goes missing. Characters find a dead dog in the woods. However, Muffin is shown alive at the end of the movie, proving the dead dog was not her and the killer was never officially confirmed. He tries to ignore innocent people. That's fair. So, I think he tries to ignore innocent people. We might just wait for the movie to be on the 26th. We might. Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier in the stream, if anyone missed it, I will be streaming the PTV with Colin on the 26th. I need to confirm with him if he wants me to wait an hour afterwards so he can do some like beginning stuff or not, or if we just want to start casually. That's not. Like basically, me he doesn't eat, so like he screws tacos. That's fair. Man, like I really had different expectations for what was gonna happen today. And so I had like stuff like planned. And that plan is just not happening.
Ooh.
Pretty sure you're syndicated the comics, or just really
Also, we're working
don't
on,
think the hype exists.
what is
I
it,
mean, they're not gonna
SCP
ruin the
chapter.
anniversary. They are just gonna really undermine the excitement of this chapter. I think that's the issue. A lot of people are already complaining and already done. Like, the fact that I'm willing to tap out.
Let's go right here, since we watched this.
I'm pretty like patient, understanding person when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like at this point,
This would be like over like hours, dude. So much hours for this.
Yeah, that's true. I do remember that.
The pictures right there are similar.
Jesus Christ! I just looked at my analytics. His stream has got in this night. It's got a 950 views. What the fuck? Damn, I feel so bad that I got such great views in the stream for nothing. Just us staring at a fucking brown shed. Just look for those I was looking at shit this out. Vision. 5 hours, 7 a.m. Yeah, you're right. It's been 5 hours now. Sorry. Jesus Christ. This is like.
You don't have to hold them anymore. Propose to my new family chapter for Dead by Daylight. Outlast thrice. Let us kill the pain of what his father and uncle did to him.
Yeesh.
Without any role models or sensible upbringing, the traumatized boy grew up to become a misanthrope. With a misleadingly kind personality, he tortured women.
This will be two, but then
As a serial killer. When confronted with photographic
it was like at
evidence of
9, so we may watch this 13 hours. Because I could be right, because we're watching this over like 13 hours. Because we have speculation for Jason like 13. So it's about like, You go like 9
Their
p.m.
photographs are
So
just
it's
sleeping.
1 hour for 10, 2 hours for
He
11,
was
and
admitted to
3 hours
Nancy
for
the
12,
Second, but forced to
and
undergo
4 hours. We're
painstaking
from
and
one,
experiments.
and now
He
we're
lied to the
now at
doctors,
5 hours of
making
2
progress
p.m.
in the hopes of better
So
treatment, which, however,
3
was no
p.m. will be
match
6 hours, and 7 hours will be
when one seized control
um
of the asylum. Winston started to
4
interview
p.m. and
patients and staff
8 hours
members in his
will
workshop
be
to make them look like his ideal
8
partner.
a.m.
He repurposed the
and
jail
9 hours will be
location to hang all of those who didn't fit.
9 a.m. That'll be 9 hours,
He
and
was
10 hours will be
optimistic.
just.
Someday he would find the one who was meant for him and have a beautiful future.
Sorry, how we start. So I have like we had 10, so I mean 9. So it was 1 hour. That was 2 hours for 10, and
The
3 hours
apartment
for
he found
11,
himself in
and
afterwards was
12 hours
new.
for 4,
His heart's
and
desire
1 hour.
was the same.
1 hour, which is 5, and 2 o'clock, which is 6 hours, and 7 hours of 3 o'clock, and 4 hours of 8 o'clock. Yeah,
The
and
name
9 hours.
of the room is called Dark.
Wait,
Whenever a
no, no, not
survivor
9 hours.
opens
Darn
one
it.
of the cells, they need
I meant
to
13 hours. So come on, come on, come on. So, okay. So we had 9, so it was 1 hour. So 10 hours was 2.
survivors
So
are forced to
3.
move and have their own
My
view
bad.
to the
So
group.
9 was 1 hour, and 10 was 2 hours, and 11 was three
After the
hours.
group
So
hits another survivor, they
4 was
begin the
12
whole
hours. We at
session
right
from the
now. I
time it
mean, we're
started.
at, we're done with that one, so we're at
When
2
the
right
time
now.
is full, the
So
survivor becomes his darling, which is a
9
special
we're at
session state
1 hour,
with
so
no
10 was
extra
2 hours,
rules. If a darling
and
is
11
hooked in
was
the first
three
or second
hours,
phase,
and
the groom can disembowel and kill them.
so 12 we're at like 4 hours.
While the groom carries a survivor, he's obtaining them from
5 hours was
death
1, and
and worse.
2 hours. Well, no,
When
that's
this
6.
session is
So
sealed in
7 will
water,
be
there will
3 hours,
never be obsession,
and
and the time
8 will
does not
be
stop.
4 p.m.,
Sealed
which is
waters must be
4 hours,
pumped like chests by
and
survivors.
5 hours
The
will be,
survivors
guys,
take
is
over the sleeping crew and free themselves.
yeah, so it's 9, so
A
it's 9,
darkness aura
10,
is removed to all
11,
survivors.
12,
The only instance in which the darling state can
1,
disappear is if the
2,
affected
3,
survivor is
4.
protected two
So it was
times by other
like, shit, crap,
survivors.
crap. So it's 9, 9 will be 1 hour, so 10 will be 2 hours, and 11 will be 3 hours, and 12 will be 4 hours,
With add-ons, the groom can
and
control
1 will
the
be
carrying
5 hours,
session and
and
increase
2
the
will be six
duration of
hours,
the numb effect.
and
He may
3 will
decrease the
be
duration of the darling
7 hours,
timer and is able to gain
and
tokens in many creative ways. He can apply the hindered status effect on non-survivors and
crap, dude. I
avoid
kept
fatal
forgetting these freaking numbers, dude. I
consequences.
kept getting mixed up in order, so
His
gosh,
ultimate
mixed
goal
up in order math, you
is
guys.
to
Okay,
with
we're
the
at
number of
we're at 9
protections
p.m., so we're
she
at
had
1 hour for
state
math. So
to
10
gain
a.m. I mean
tokens in
10 p.m.
all
It was
of the
2 hours,
survivors.
and 11 hour was p.m. was 3 hours, and 12
The
p.m. was
groom
4 hours. Yeah,
transforms
4 hours right
freely
there.
into
Okay, four
tokens
hours were right
that
here.
enable him to
And next
enter
one was
survivors'
5, so
crews
1 p.m. was
without
5 hours,
asking
and
anyone again
2 p.m. was 6 hours right here. And next one will be at
Say,
3 p.m. will be,
whenever you start a chase
yeah,
with
it
a
was 4,
survivor
so 5,
and
6,
he
7, yeah,
loses
7 hours
control,
we're at right
the
here.
survivor cannot be
And 7
tracked for
p.m.
the duration. If you lose
Wait,
survivors when
no, no,
interacting
no.
with objects,
Like I meant,
you gain new
yeah,
tokens.
2 p.m. right here. So this would be like third hour right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
After a
So
survivor
we're
needs a
about to be at
room or a
8 hours.
helmet, they suffer from
You
the
know what,
hindered
guys? I
status
kept
effect for a short time. When you hook a survivor, all of
mixed
their
up in order
needs are met
myself. Mixed
without
in order.
ever reaching the
Okay.
hook protocol.
I want to keep telling this like myself many times. I could mix up this order in math right here. Jeez. Okay. Okay.
When a survivor starts repairing a
9
generator using
p.m.
Voorhees,
was at like 1 hour from that o'clock. So 10 was 2 hours,
When you hook your
and
obsession
11 was
with
3 hours,
images is
and
considerably more
4
difficult for 10 seconds. Reveals the aura of any
wait no
survivor
yeah
that
9
starts
was one
preparing
hour,
during this time.
and 10 was 2 hours, and 11 was 3 hours, and 12 was 4 hours. 12 was 4 hours. Okay,
Weighing
12 was
characters,
4 hours was
both
PM,
visual
and
and
1
sensory,
was 5 hours. So
too
that's
impressive a
and
sight
2
in
was
order to cover recently accurate bills.
6 hours,
Due to strict
and
security
3
protocols,
was
he was
7 hours.
unable to talk to his loving wife
Um,
and two sons. Graduated from Berkeley,
yeah,
the
3 was
J. Crew
7 hours,
was tasked to
and
maintain the morphogenic engine
4
and wasn't
was
supposed to have any contact with
4 was
patients.
yeah, that's
But
4,
he figured
5, 6,
out what
7.
Murkoff's
So that's
research at the
4, 5,
Medical
6,
Division
7,
did
8.
in the
Yeah,
underground
8. So
lab
it'd be like
and sent an
the
email to
12.
the
So it's
journalist
1,
to finally
2,
expose the
3,
inhumane
and 4. So
experiments
it'll be
public.
4 p.m. So it'll be like stuff.
But the last thing a fly
Plus
or
4,
the
5,
enormous
6,
spider's web
8. Yeah, so
is
that'll be 8
waiting
hours right here. Okay,
that
8 hours.
lab
4 p.m. of
laptop
8
on the
hours.
road to a
Um,
thermal patch burned enough
and
to
5
fool the
p.m.
world's leading
will
supplier
be
of biometric security. Just a few hours before the
9 hours, I
incident
believe. Yeah,
that was to
4,
change everything, Wayne was
6,
forced into the
I mean
Wallrider
5,
program
6,
as a
7,
patient.
8, 9. So
The
it'll be 9
for
hours
medical
for
reason,
5 p.m.
he avoided dying
Wait,
to the deranged
yeah.
inmates of the
12 p.m.
madhouse,
was like
managed to
4,
make his
and
evidence
that
public
was like
and not be found by Murkoff.
5, 6,
It was filled
yeah,
by sudden
6 right
remorse.
there for 1, 7 hour for, I mean, not 7 hour, yeah, 7 hour for that, for 2, and 3 hour, I mean, hold on, 8th hour for 3 p.m. and 4th hour
Wayland comes with
for 9,
three new perks that
and
illustrate his high sense of morality, his
wait,
quick genetic
okay, yeah,
skills,
4
and
was
his
right
strong
here,
will
so we
to
got
survive.
6 was, 5th was 1 hour, and
Approach.
2 hours was like
While in the
6 right
comatose
here,
state, the killer's braking speed is considerably decreased. While
so
any
like 2 hours
survivor
right
is in
here
the
for
dying
6,
state and the killer is
and
interacting
seventh
with an
hour was
object, the killer's
3 p.m.
aura
right
is
here,
revealed to
and
all
eighth hour
survivors.
8th hour will be
QED. After performing a
oh
number
my
of the this perk
my
activates.
gosh,
The next time
for
around,
goodness
when you
so
roll,
called this.
you're
Okay, roulette.
granted a
Yep.
50%
So at 12 right now,
automatic
12 p.m. right here.
response
So
increased for a short
1
duration.
p.m. we're at is
QED has a
yep. That
cooldown.
was be 5 hours right here. So 5 hours. So 12 p.m. was wait yeah. I always said 12 p.m. was 4. My bad. So 1 p.m. was
Maintaining the
like
haste status effect while you are not in the chase. The
crap.
auras of all unrepaired generators
Yeah.
are revealed
12
to
p.m. was
you
like 4 hours,
for
and
an amount
1
of
p.m. was
time.
5. So
Whenever you see the aura of a generator, the
2
recap
p.m.
version
was
can be
six
determined by
hours.
the intensity of its aura.
3 p.m. was
Get ready to be numbed and sealed
seventh
into
hour,
lockers.
and 4 hours was
Dead by Daylight Outlast
8.
Pass is available never, nowhere.
We got 4. Yeah, so that'll be 8 hours later. This will be the ninth hour for yeah, we talk about 12. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so five. Fifth one will be yeah. Do the ninth. Wait.
Okay, people, I'm only gonna say this
Oh
once.
my gosh.
FanDuel,
I
if
was
they
getting
play
so
on
much.
over,
Okay,
under, move
we got
quicker
12
like
right
a.
here. So 12 p.m. 12
What's
p.m.
up, white
Okay,
boy?
blah, blah, blah. So
Hey, awesome. I
what I'm
just
about to try to
downloaded
say is
Xperia. I wanted to play 5G, but it does
yeah.
so much more. This
For
thing
most we're
shows
at
you your
9,
memory
so we
score.
got
You
like
can get
4
your
hours right
favorite
there.
recommendations, and it
So
shows you ways to save money.
right
You'll
now,
see what you'll
currently,
love
what
before
time is
it's
it now?
turned
We
out.
got 2:09 right now. So
My name is Aiden. I was Employee of the Year.
5
And
was
now I'm
5 a.m.
Employee
No,
of
no,
the
no, no.
Month.
Yeah. Um, it was 1 a.m. 1 p.m.
You might actually beat me.
with
You ready? Hell no. You're dead meat.
yep.
Welcome to the
1
kill
p.m.
count,
would be
where we
like
tally up the victims in all our
which
favorite
is
horror
like
video games. And
Show you
Monkey.
how they were made. I'm Zoran.
It was like five. There's a fifth right here, so yeah, six would be
Totally awesome to
second.
voyage. And
Would be
today
six
we are
hours
taking
right
a
here.
look at
So it's like a
Until Dawn,
PM, and
originally
seventh
released in
would
2015
be
before being
third
remade
one
in
would be
2024. Until Dawn is a
three.
third-person choose-your-own-adventure style game that provides a different story each time you play based on the choices you make. It's similar to games like non-indie darling Life is Strange,
Yeah,
Telltale's The
seventh would
Walking
be
Dead,
right
and
here
Quantic
is
Dream's Heavy Rain, the game that puts the
yeah,
X before
third
Jason.
one would be
Jason! It's less running and gunning and
yeah,
more
it'd be
walking
seventh
and picking dialogue
hour right
options.
here,
And
which
when
is
I say
3
walking, oh
p.m.
seriously,
and
there is
fourth
so much
hour
walking. You might hit your step goals
would be
just
8
by watching the
p.m.
skill count. Rather than one
I
central
mean,
protagonist,
yeah, it'd be
Until
8
Dawn's
hours, so it'd be
perspective shifts
4
between 8 different
p.m.
characters.
and
They're members
fifth
of a high
right
school friend
here,
group, reuniting at a mountain
and
lodge
ninth would
one
be like
year after a tragedy.
5
The whole thing
p.m.
plays out like an interactive
and
horror
6
movie. But while
p.m.
it's a
But
classic
no,
slasher setup, the game's story
yeah, ninth
constantly
was the top.
switches
I was
into
like
different
be 5
subgenres with elements of the supernatural,
and
folk horror, and even torture
10th
porn. Until Dawn started life back in 2008
will
under
be
PlayStation developer London Studio
6
before being taken over by
a.m.
Supermassive Games in 2010. Back then, it was being developed for the
6 p.m. will
PS3's
be
PlayStation Move
6
controller,
p.m.
Sony's
be
version of the Nintendo Wii. The game
6
was
a.m. right
more of a
there.
traditional slasher back then, with a
Oh,
first-person
no,
perspective
6
from
p.m.
a
right there.
hole.
6
And
p.m. be
despite
10
positive
hour, and
reception at
11th hour
2012's
be
Gamescom, the general consensus was that
7th.
no one really wanted to buy a Move controller to play it. Yeah, try explaining to your mom
So
that this is
7th would be
not a
right
sex
here.
toy. Speak for yourself. The game eventually switched platforms to the PS4, so Supermassive
But no, we got
completely
10 and we
overhauled
got
the
11
game
right here.
into the
So
third-person cinematic
11
experience that we know
would
today.
be
With the shift in
11th hour
perspective,
plus 7th, and
Supermassive
8th
decided to cast more
would
well-known
be
actors in the game, using
what's
motion
a.m.
capture for their
8th
performances
a.m.
and
would be
modeling the characters after them.
8th
It's a
hour.
technique the
I mean
studio would use again,
12th,
with
and
big-name
last
actors appearing in
that was
future titles
13 would
like the
be
Dark Pictures
number
anthology
9
and The
hour
Quarry. Tell her
of
about the hangback
a.m.
it's
So
quarry.
so
The
9
picture has to
a.m.
know
we have
about the
here all the way
Please don't say the
to
hangback, it's
we
Corey.
have like
Sony wasn't
9
exactly
p.m. all the way
confident in
to
the project, but the game
9
ended up being a sleeper hit,
9
thanks in
a.m.
part to its embrace by the
So
Let's Play
that's
community, and it was
so like
popular enough
13
to earn
hours. It
multiple
took me over
spots. The
like
film adaptation, kind of, and a remake
10
for the
minutes
PS5 and
to
PC, made by
you know
former
what actually was like
Supermassive members
8
over at
minutes. It took
Ballistic
me like
Bubble,
for 8 minutes to
reception to the
realize
remake has been
how much of that. It was like
mixed at
such
best. Aside from some new
freaking like such a
interactables,
confusing thing. I
explorative
kept like
areas, and an extra
mixed up in
after-credit
order,
scene,
like kept
it's
mixing
pretty much
up.
the
So
same as before,
my
with
bad,
more
guys. So
bugs and a
we at
cleaner
least
look right
resolve
now.
it.
However, one
Which
thing the
time we're
remake
going at
does
now?
have
So
going
it's
for it
like
is
be
its fancier
9 a.m.
graphics,
So
designed in a
until
way
like
that
be
Real
at
Engine
13
5.
hours.
Seriously, this thing is beautiful, and it's one of the reasons we'll be using it for the count. So, what do I say to people who ask how I'm going to kill count a game with technically hundreds of different endings and death options? Well, first I ask them to put my son down and get out of my house. And then as the police escort them away, I let them know that I'll be kill counting my specific playthrough of the game. So, per kill count game rules, I'll be counting
I bet you
every
restroom,
dead
guys.
thing
So real
I
quick,
find.
just hold
I'll be
on.
comparing my playthrough to yours and who are doing the video editing, the capture, the people who are doing all our data analysis, every single person that's involved in this project from close or from far, thank you so very much for the amazing work that you do every single day. It's really appreciated. I think that we can all agree that this is a special team full of crazy passionate people. So thank you. And then a huge thank you on top of that to you out there, every player out there, everyone that is part of what makes Dead by Daylight such a vibrant and exciting community to play in all the time. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being constructive and positive and being supportive of what we do. And thank you for following us in this sort of crazy ride that we are on. We are so humbled and excited to celebrate our 4th year anniversary with you today, and we are eager to celebrate a few more in the coming years.
Which I think is going to be pretty useful for our players.
Right, and with the new layout that we just mentioned, like it will be really easy for the player to see in front, like uh,
All right, what I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted is that Funko Pops are coming. This is super exciting for us. We've been waiting a long time to be able to announce this. So right now I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the 4 characters coming to Funko Pops. The Wraith, the Doctor, the Huntress, and Claudette Morel. If you're like me, you're thrilled and you can't wait to get your hands on those. I can tell you you'll be able to get those before the end of the year. Okay, now that I've shared that and that I've had a moment to calm down, let me officially welcome you to the Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary.
The Roots of Dread is live now. So go try it. Have fun.
Again, a huge thank you to our entire team and to you, our amazing community. Time really flies. It seems like just yesterday that during our 5th anniversary, we revealed to you that we're going to do a Resident Evil chapter. Your reaction was so good at the time that we wondered, why stop there?
Trying every trick?
So about 2 weeks ago, I made this video. You guys seem to really enjoy it. So much so that you asked for a part two a couple of times. So I figured I'd make a part two and add way more characters to it, obviously. So once again, all of these characters are coming from your guys' comments on the previous video and obviously other videos. Yeah, there's a lot of ones in there. So let's get straight into it. So the first one I have is one I'm not too familiar with, but it's Slender from Murder Drones. From what I understand, she has a base form with some sort of hybrid form, and then a dope ass centipede form. And like I said, I'm not too familiar, but I know you guys are, so you guys are gonna say what the power's gonna be. I know nothing about this character. But just appearance-wise, this character does look pretty sick, especially that centipede form. It'll be sick to see in DVD. The next one's kind of controversial, but it's Jeepers Creepers. A couple of you did ask for it, however, I don't think it will ever be put into DVD just because the director was well, a creep. That's all I'll say on that matter. Jeepers Creepers, I do think, if it was possible, would make an absolutely awesome chapter. Very cool killer idea. You obviously have to fly around. Overall, I think he'd make a dope killer. Obviously, we can't have him in the game, but he would make a dope killer. Who knows? Maybe someday it'll get remastered or something, and then we get it. Up next was a really interesting one. Little Nightmares. This character was what a lot of people were saying. I believe this is the teacher. I never actually played Little Nightmares. I did watch Let's Plays, but that's about it. I've always liked the aesthetic of Little Nightmares though. It looks horrific, and I think it would perfectly fit Dead by Daylight, except I'm not sure how they'd work the sizing out. Either way, I think it would make a dope chapter. We've got some awesome map potential with literally any location. Just pick one from the series and use it. We can also have that little guy, I think his name is Mono, as a survivor. Mono? Yeah, Monochrome. I believe, I don't really know. Either as a survivor or as a skin, the backend is just very iconic. I actually had a few people asking for Until Dawn, which is one of my personal dream licenses, and I really didn't think many other people shared the same feelings. Either way, with Until Dawn, obviously we get the Wendigos as the killer, or at least one of them with a bunch of skins of the other one. Either way, we could also get a map variant for Ormond. I think that would be dope. They have many different survivors to pick from if they wanted. And this isn't totally impossible, as for the casting of Frank Stone, which is the DVD cinematic game, they had to cross over with Supermassive, which is the same people who made Until Dawn. So they have had a crossover. They've just, well, sort of a game built in universe, if that makes sense. So perhaps they could collaborate again and make us a much more efficient chapter instead of a whole game. Okay, so this one may surprise you a little bit, but a lot of people wanted Bruce the Shark from Jaws. Like, I don't know how you'd implement that, but I did see a concept a little while ago. I do not know why, and I cannot find it again. Basically, it was the entity would just make a little puddle of water that would follow Bruce around as he was running around, like, swimming around and fighting survivors. He would have like a third person camera perspective. Now, falling from heights obviously is a bit weird. I guess, like, he would just fall out of this puddle into another one. But also, like, I don't know how he'd vault. I guess he would just swim under it. Either way, very unique idea, and I think it would be so cool. I would actually love that so much. It would be trippy as hell and probably super nerve-wracking, and it wouldn't have a map or anything. We could get a survivor. We could get the boat guy from the first movie. But beyond that, there's not really much else we can do for the chapter. It would be cool. I would love it still. I think it would be great. But I also say any chapter would be great. So, okay, so for this next chapter, at first I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit weird. But the more I thought about it, the more I wanted it. So, Carnage from Marvel would be so cool in Dead by Daylight. Hear me out, because I'm going to go slightly nerd mode on this. Shocking, I'm not a nerd with a lot of things. In theory, we could have Carnage, sort of slip over pallets, at normal survivor speed, I guess, because, okay, so whilst Carnage is bonded to Cletus, his body is basically fully connected. This means that the symbiote is not really a suit, it's more of like, Cletus and Carnage put into one. So when he sort of disappears into goo, or like, gets hit and we go straight through him, it means it will actually phase through Cletus's body instead of hurting him on the other side of the symbiote. Basically, they become the same thing. There is no body under there, so he can slip through pallets and walls and anything like that. I think that would just be a cool sort of mechanic in a way. He can even make similar to Singularity and leave some of, like, we're gonna call it, we'll just call it symbiote gunk, I guess, on walls and stuff. I would probably use that as a camera. I know they have that sort of ability. If we're going with like the movie version, which is probably what DVD will go for, not the comic book one, then it will probably make more sense for him to, I don't know, replicate Trickster in some sort of way with throwing sharp objects, or maybe even creating different objects for different ideals, such as, I don't know, a giant axe that allows him to break pallets with an M1 and breakable walls, or a long sword type, long sharp knife type object that allows him to sort of like hit at a further lunge rate or something. Lunge at a further hit rate, I don't know what you want to call that. There's lots of things they could do with him, like, tendrils, anything. He could basically Nemesis and Trickster combined, if that makes sense. There's a lot of different things they can do for his power, and I think he'd be pretty cool. Map-wise, they can go with the prism from the movie if they really wanted to. However, that being said, I do think this license is hyper unrealistic. I'm not sure it would be a decent survivor, but I do not think Behavior would be able to get their hands on a Marvel license just yet, so... And plus, I don't think Behavior would want to put a license to make it Dead by Daylight. Even though it is a cool idea, it probably would never work out. So this, unfortunately, I know, and I find it fully understandable if you guys don't want this in the game. I just think it's a really cool idea. Next up, we have Robocop. I'm not 100% sure how this license would work, but a couple people did ask. I think it would be a dope license. I'm not 100% sure what Robocop's power exactly would be. But I'd say in the horror trope, he's definitely welcome. He's one of the OG classic sort of, kind of like Terminator style. Terminator style fucking horror trope. Scary body horror robot. I think it would definitely be worth it to bring him in. I just don't know how they could really do it. I'm not 100% sure how he works. But an urban city type map would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. Similar to Trickster's new map, just not as fancy. The other than that, I'm not 100% sure who the survivor could be. Or they could do the weird thing with the survivor. Let me know what you guys think about that one. Personally, I'm not too sure on it. I think it's still a cool idea. Next up, we have Megan. Definitely a unique license. Like 100% see her in the game at some point in the future. I'm just not sure how much of a quote unquote scary character she is, as I haven't really seen the movies. The DVD's not explicitly horror, so she could definitely work. I think she'd be pretty cool as a more modern horror. Would bring a lot more sort of people to Dead by Daylight. Definitely just to check it out anyway. I think she'd obviously have a very similar mechanic to Chucky in the third-person camera sense, and in the way of like I'm small and I'm scared. Not 100% sure on what her power would be though. I can't really feel my way through that one, but I definitely feel like she could 100% work. I just am not sure how. So that's up to you guys in the comments. Some ideas, please. I turn some of these ideas into future videos, but I'm not sure yet. Power concepts has always been an awesome thing to work on for me. We'll move on to the next one for now, which is a killer I'd really love to see in Dead by Daylight, and that is Darth Vader. I know it sounds really weird when you first hear care about it, but look, hear me out. Darth Vader is one of the most iconic, villains in history. The coolest backstory. He's got such unique powers that he would definitely work in Dead by Daylight. I would absolutely love a Star Wars chapter with Darth Vader as a killer. His voice lines would be elite. His chase music would be insane. Imagine a Star Wars themed chase music. That would be so fucking cool. You have the coolest weapons and skins in the game. Like you can have the damaged skin where you can see the body of Anakin through Vader. And again, voice lines. Like, come on. We all want this. Even non-Star Wars fans probably want it. I'm not even a Star Wars fan. I haven't seen very many Star Wars movies. Even I want Darth Vader. But next we have another one that is very unique, and I'm not really sure how it would work. It would be Homelander from The Boys. Now, superheroes in Dead by Daylight has always been very, I guess, controversial, to say the least. But having superheroes that are essentially villains would be similar to having somebody like Albert Wesker in the game. It's very different and weird to play around. So I think it would actually work pretty well. If you just sort of take the angle of looking at it from the same way you look at Wesker, even though he's like a classic video game villain, Homelander from The Boys or even something like Ultramite from Invincible would definitely work in game. Just based off of their morals, they are basically a horrific, unstoppable force versus these tiny humans. That's effectively every single killer in Dead by Daylight. Chucky is ability-wise, it's pretty basic. They'd be very physical when it comes to powers and abilities and attacks. Obviously, Homelander would have his range with his E-Vision, and Ultramite would have speed over most other things. Kind of putting them both in the same category here, so yeah, boys/invincible, I guess. What I do think both would be incredible for is basically just popularity. Like, you chuck Homelander or Ultramite into a game, you attract an entire fan base of people who weren't previously fans before. Now, obviously, there's the whole looking up to a giant entity sort of aspect of it for the little thing we can get into later. But I think it would work. I do think that Invincible/The Boys crossover would work as long as they did it right and respectfully. Chase music would be epic. Abilities would be very physical, but cool as hell still. I think it would be so cool. Maybe a little concept on one day to try and sort of like expand the idea of it. We'll see. I think it would be cool. So up next we actually have a sort of unique spin on what I said. So in my last video I said that I wanted the Indoraptor. Now a lot of people sort of hit back and said that they would much prefer the Scorpius Rex. Exclusive to the Camp Cretaceous Netflix series, me being a dog, I've seen that. And to be honest, I actually do agree. I mean, Scorpius Rex has a lot more abilities than Indoraptor, and his story is a lot more horrific, if that makes sense. Effectively, the Scorpius Rex is in consistent pain and being tortured 24/7 because it's not supposed to be alive. Kind of similar to Indoraptor, except Scorpius Rex can fire spikes, little poisonous bombs. It can fire those out. That would be an amazing power. So this is kind of a correction. Scorpius Rex instead of Indoraptor for a Jurassic World. Like, oh, we can just get a normal Velociraptor. I wouldn't be mad, I wouldn't mind that at all. Alright, let's move on. A lot of people actually requested a third Resident Evil chapter, and honestly, I'm all here for it. Dimitrescu is right there. Alright, I feel like she would be an incredible chapter, or an incredible character at least. We could definitely have Evil Winters as a survivor. But that being said, I also think she'd be really hard to implement. Like, yes, the size would be the first issue. She's like 9 feet tall, but Nemesis, she's 11 feet tall, I think, and Nemesis is 9 foot tall. They lowered him down to 7, so she would also have to drop to his height. Or potentially Alien Queen standing up height, which I think is like in Dead by Daylight, like 7'5", which is ever so slightly above Nemesis. Either way, Lady Dimitrescu is gigantic, so that would be issue number 1. Obviously, we can have the village as the map for Resident Evil Village. Really anxious for that. Once we sort of the sizing and the map placement and her ability, because honestly, besides mutating into a giant dragon, I'm not really sure what it would be. I don't think she'd make sense as a stealth killer. She could have something where she sort of like maybe transfers consciousness into one of her daughters or something, and that would be sort of the way you played her, similar to Knight, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I'm all for this chapter, and I actually really do like the Resident Evil crossovers. They're probably my favorite chapters in Dead by Daylight, so I'm all for another one. Up next, we have Death Angels from A Quiet Place, and in my opinion, these guys are the coolest idea ever. Imagine having a blind killer in Dead by Daylight. Now, obviously, it would work very strange and very different. Like, it physically couldn't be blind. I mean, the way Dead by Daylight maps work out, you can't just go straight. If you go straight, you're going to bump into the most annoying hitbox of a wheelchair you've ever seen. But you really can incorporate a sort of ability where you can't see the survivors but only the scratch marks, similar to spirits. I think they'd make an absolutely epic chapter. We could definitely have the family from the first Quiet Place movie, or at least maybe the dad and the survivor. And then, yeah, a Death Angel would be so sick. I'm not 100% sure what their power would be. I guess every little sound would sort of be not like a noise notification, sort of like the normal explosions, but something different, kind of like Chucky's footsteps, except illuminating the survivors. Like you can see where can see where you're through walls. I feel like that would be so cool. Obviously, it's not a secondary ability, so yeah, you guys let me know what I could do to expand that power, because I feel like that would be cool as hell. Up next, we have another really sick idea, and that is a volatile from Dying Light. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a mutated sort of zombie type thing from Dying Light. It looks epic, and it would have a very, very nice agility or medieval based ability. It would also have abilities such as being able to send you through walls or stuff you out. But I think it would be absolutely awesome. Just look at this thing; it looks freaking sick, and it fits Dead by Daylight perfectly, in my opinion. I mean, Dying Light is genuinely just another type of horror game. We have Resident Evil, and Dying Light is another, zombie game. It would probably be similar to having Nemesis in, except for that, the big scariness. It would be more creepy oohness. But I still think it would be absolutely awesome, and we could even have like Kyle Crane as a survivor. Yeah, an urban city style map with a lot of drops and sort of parkoury area. I was thinking if we did do this, it would be cool to have sort of like zombies or maybe even survivors jumping from roof to rooftop in the background. Up next, we have The Last of Us, another super cool idea. We could easily have Joel and Ellie as two survivors, many legendary skins might I add, and the Stalker Rat King would make the coolest killer, appearance-wise. I don't really know what his ability would be, and I guess it's kind of the same for a lot of these. I'm pretty sure I've said that almost every single time. I feel like The Last of Us chapter is almost required at this point for Dead by Daylight. Now that we have The Walking Dead, we have, Tomb Raider, Evil Dead, like these survivors are needed, and to be honest, the killer's pretty optional, but I wouldn't mind. I would love a Rat King Stalker killer. Up next, we have Bioshock, Big Daddy from Bioshock. A lot of people want to do this. A lot of people. Me too, I am one of them. There's been somebody who suggested that the entity could pose as one of the little sisters to lure Big Daddy in, which I think would be sick. Either way, Big Daddy Killer, Bioshock chapter, Rapture Map. Alright, Rapture Map would be so cool. I would love that. Anyway, Bioshock is one of the most unique horror games of all time, and I would adore for that to come into Dead by Daylight. I would really, really appreciate if they did that. That would be so sick, and I'm sure every single member of the community would.
With the Lazy Boy Rocker, you go 0 to lazy at the touch of a cushion. Every single time. Because this comfort doesn't quit and holds up for all your downtime. Get the comfort you deserve at Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy, long live
Usually I'm saving up for that stuff. Putting in the work and putting the hours. It's nice to have something like constantly growing and building in your account. So when I need it, it's just there.
What are you doing? Here's an easy solution. It doesn't cost tens of thousands of dollars. It isn't about surgery or weird shampoos. It's a once-a-day chew through mints. Finasteride and minoxidil, two ingredients to stop hair loss and help regrow hair. Plus, it includes a proprietary blend designed to
I'll
support
pause my
healthy
live stream,
hair.
guys.
Now,